Hey everyone, this is Jerm with Jamaican FX. I'm so grateful that I can bring you guys this video today. This video is going to be about downtrends using market structure, zone to zone, support and resistance. And I'm just going to be simply going over a basic concept of how to get into the market, what things to look for, where your stop loss should be. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so we're about to get right into it, guys. In our downtrends, we want to see a series of lower highs and lower lows. This is a healthy trending market where we see a series of lower highs and lower lows. This is how we're going to be able to get into the market. So what I'm going to do for us now is actually draw a series of lower highs and lower lows, just as I did for us on our uptrend video. All right, so let's grab a drawing tool. All right, I'm going to just draw a series of lower highs and lower lows. Don't judge me on my drawing skills. They're not that great. So we see the impulse down, correction phase up, impulse phase down, right? Correction phase up, and these are the lower highs and lower lows. All right, I'm gonna just do this last one, and then so on and so forth, right? So these are a series of lower highs and lower lows. I'm going to circle each one for us so that we can actually see for a fact what are the lower highs and the lower lows. All right, so here we have a lower high. Now this high, we call it a lower high because it is lower than this high, right? This is a lower high. This high is lower than this high. So these are our series of lower highs. So this would be the first high, this would be the second high, this would be the third high. Right now we have a series of lower lows. And this is how we are able to get in the market. You have to understand, in order for us to get in the market, we have to see these correction phases. It's like how as humans, we breathe in and out. What if you just breathe out the whole time? You know, you need to see a series of lower highs and lower lows. This is how we're able to get in the market. And when the market trends up, you can't just automatically assume that, oh, we're going into a buying phase. No, there has to be correction, right? So these are our lower lows, right? This low is lower than this low, and this low is lower than this low. All right, so these are our lower lows, these are our lower highs. Now, how do we get into this market? Glad you asked. We're about to go over that now. Let's erase this stuff here that we have. Now, in our downtrends, in our uptrends, we focus on the resistance. In our downtrends, we're going to be focusing on support. So that's very important for us to understand. So we're going to be constantly looking for new lows, and the new lows will be support. Right now, support is where the market is trending downwards and the market is unable to go any further. So in Jamaica, they call it the floor, right? So we're going to say it's the floor, but it's really called support in technical terms, right? So I'm going to draw for us zones for our supports, right? So the market is trending downwards, is unable to go any further, instead begins the correction phase. So this is our support. We're going to draw a zone right here. Right now, this is going to be our first zone because this is where the first support is. So the market is trading downwards. This is support, correction phase. Now this on this correction, the pullback is lower than this point right here, right? And that's what we want. We want to see lower high momentum. So here's the high and here's the new high, lower than this point, right? We don't want the market to go back up here. You know, that wouldn't be healthy. We need to see lower highs and lower lows. So as the market creates this lower high, we want to see it break through this support. So this is support. We want to see the market trade below support, right? That is at this point. And then we just wait for the new support to be created. How will we know the new support is created? Because we will then have a retest to our previous support. So this will be the new low. This is where our next zone will be. Okay, so now in this pullback, this is where we would get in. All right, and our stop loss would simply be above here somewhere, and our entry would be at this point. Now, why are we entering at this point? We're entering at this point because at this point before, we have broken support, right? We wanted to see the market trade below support. We wanted to see it retest support. And then on this pullback with this low now being lower than here, we're going to get in at this point and take the trade right to where the support is, right? And this is the very basic concept of how to trade zone to zone. This is the most basic way to ever put it. Okay, I'm going to do the next one for us. So now what do we want to do with our market that we have now? We want to see the market trade below support right here, right? We want to see the market trade below support. We don't want to just assume that the market is going to trade, right? Because the market could come here and then go back up here. And that's the end of our downtrend. So we first want to see the market trade below support, right? Create the new support. Boom. And then we want to see the market create a new higher low, right? This low, lower high, I'm sorry. This low is lower than this low, right? This is a lower high. It's lower than this high. And now our stop loss is going to be simply above there. Our entry is going to be here because we know that we have selling pressure at this point, and we're going to take the trade to this point. So guys, like I said, a very basic concept of how to take advantage of the market using zone to zone, how to get in the market, what things to look for, where your stop loss should be. So I hope you guys are able to take this and apply it in your day-to-day trade. Thank you.